So, almost done. Welcome to another video. This is one of those voiceover ones because I forgot to end up in the video, I suppose. I've been out doing some house stuff. We sold the house recently that we delivered just now. So I started off real early one morning to go and take delivery of the house and get it at the customer's foundation. The house was sold actually by Hannes, who you've seen in other videos. He's the sales guy and partner, and he had this project going for a while with bigger foundations, and there were basement underneath and a lot of cool stuff. So I got up early one morning, drove up to the location, which is right on the border to Norway. I arrived there a few hours later, and then there was no truck. So we had the crane come out in time, but the truck with the houses on it weren't there. And we tried desperately to get hold of them, but nothing. And this was a very, very expensive transport. So because of the war in Ukraine, we've noticed that a lot of the trucks that we use for our deliveries were taken by NATO, moving equipment around in those NATO countries, in the Baltic countries, and they pay these transportation companies a lot. So in order to get hold of a truck, we had to pay a lot. So a little less profitable of a deal than normal, but then it got even worse because they didn't show up as promised. So we had the big crane standing for a whole day. We had to book hotels for the crane driver nearby to wait for the next day. Hannes stayed with him, the sales guy, and I decided to drive over to Norway and see my cousins, who I hadn't seen for a long, long time, since I was right up there at the border. So a quick visit to Norway and then back, and then we went through the whole delivery, which went really well in the end. It's two houses, so we drove a small 15 square meter house up first and put on a cement slab, and this one was a little different, putting on a cement slab, so we had to do a bit of work getting some blocks underneath to get the lifting straps off, and then get those blocks away, so we got it down on the actual foundation. Roof and roof tiles is to be delivered as soon as possible and installed by a local carpenter. Then we got the bigger house, a 30 square meter house that went on a 30 square meter foundation with a basement. So 2-story house, which is quite clever the way they did it. Lifted it on and onto the crane truck and drove it up the hill, and then lifted it onto the foundation where it fit perfectly. When done, we managed to get the customer, who was very happy, to walk around and show it and talk about it, and it all ended up really well, and it was a good, successful project. Then now a long drive back home and some good sleep, because I haven't done much of that the last 48 hours. So fun though. Business trips is fun to get out sometimes, and it's also nice to work with the body sometimes. And I really enjoy hanging out with Hannes, and I enjoy seeing happy customers. So, good 48 hours, but now it's time for some rest. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.